Hey YouTube, this is Scott with 3i Holsters. Thought we'd do a quick video on my range and carry outside the waistband holsters. Maybe answer a few questions along the way. So I'm going to start off with my Glock 19. So this is really kind of cool. We did a clear holster for this one. Mainly just for display. Let you see how the gun fits in the holster. So if you catch us at a gun show, an expo, or a gun store that we're set up at, or even in our shop, this will be with us. Pretty cool little setup. Start off with, you're going to see we've got adjustable retention on everything. We want to adjust that retention to your preference, not what I feel like it should be. So you'll be able to loosen the retention on this, or tighten the retention on it, however you want to carry your gun. This particular one, because it is demo, it does sit out on my table at the shows. I've got this one set pretty heavy. In case little hands get a hold of it, we want to make sure that they can't get that holster out of there. So one of the most frequently asked questions on kydex is, will that kydex tear up my gun? Will it scratch my slide? Am I going to get holster wear? Now, I'm not saying you're never going to get any kind of holster wear. Anytime you put your gun into anything, you're taking a chance of getting some wear on the gun. We try to minimize that. So what we end up doing is, when we press the holster to the gun, or the mold, however we're doing your holster, we're going to leave a gap between the slide and the holster itself. And I cut a little piece of business card off here, and we're going to slide this down here, and you can see that I can just freely move this around. That's just showing that there's a gap there. You're not going to have your gun dragging across that holster on the way out or the way in. You'll also notice that right here behind the trigger guard, or in the trigger guard, this is also raised up. The reason we do that is because the only place we're getting retention is right here at the front of the trigger guard, right inside of it. By raising this up, you get just a nice crisp draw, and you don't get the drag. You're not actually dragging your trigger guard through that part of the holster. What that's going to give you is just a nice cleaner draw. And face it, if you need the gun, you need it now. You don't want anything to slow you down on your draw. We'll jump over here to my PMR 30. Really cool gun. We'll step the Glock 19 out of the way. So the PMR 30, we couldn't find a mold for the gun. Had a lot of requests for it because, well, if you have one, they're very difficult to find holsters for. And so I had a chance to buy one, picked it up, and mainly so that we could build holsters off of it. At least that's what I told my wife. So just to give you a rundown on this. This is total custom. You'll see we exposed the bottom of the barrel here, or the bottom of the slide. Got a nice shadow around here, makes that red just pop out good. Laser engraved Eagle Globe and Anchor on that one. That's something we can offer. Just personalizes the holster for you. And you can see that gun's not going to fall out of there, but I can get a nice, easy 2-finger draw with a nice click back in. You'll also notice that the curve here, that's going to wrap around your hip nice and tight. It's going to ride close to your body. Same thing with the cant. Now, that's an option. You don't have to have the cant. What we like about the cant is it makes the gun a little bit more concealable. With the weight being in the mag well here, it also centers the weight between the two belt loops, and just gives you a nice cleaner ride. Holds nice and tight, and you distribute the weight a little bit better that way. Over here to my old Springfield XD subcompact. This gun has seen a lot of miles, and a few months ago we sent it off to Brunskill Armory for a really cool Cerakote job. Trying to give it a little bit new life. Told him have fun with it, and well, he definitely had fun with it. So same thing, you're gonna get that nice audible click. Gun's gonna stay in there, it's not gonna shake out, and you still got a nice 2-finger draw. You'll notice on our edges when you get your holster that ours are a little different than a lot. So we actually spend the time, we scuff, we buff. We don't want any rough edges, we don't want any burrs. We want nice, clean, shiny edges. That tells us that you're not gonna have anything, poking at you, scratching at you, any of that stuff. And of course, that's really important on your inside the waistband holsters. We did the custom cut here. Hey, Chris did a good job up there at Brunskill with our Cerakote job, so why not show it off a little bit? Accented it with the orange shadow on the back and completed it with the slip-on loops. This is not our standard loop. This is an upgrade. I love these. Everything I carry has got these on it. And I'll give you a quick little demonstration here. It allows you to take your gun on and off without ever undoing your belt. Once it's on there, it's locked in, it's not going anywhere. And you can see how nice and comfortable, tight that rides to my side. One last thing, and I can't really show it on these two because we do have the open cuts on the bottom. All of our holsters are cut clean right at the end of the slide. We do that for a couple different reasons. Number one, the holster needs to be as small as we can make it. You don't need holster hanging out the bottom. The other part is keeping your holster clean. You can actually run a rag down through here or take an air compressor, blow it out, and make sure everything's out of that holster. That'll also cut back on any potential wear and tear on your slide. Just one of the small things we do. If you notice on any of my holsters, when you go to actually get a purchase on that gun, you're not going to get a bunch of holster into your finger there. We cut these high enough. The trigger guard's still going to be covered, but we cut them high enough that when you go to grab your gun, all you're feeling is gun. We don't need anything getting in the way. So as far as what you see here, these are all custom. It's kind of what we're known for, but we do have black holsters. We keep plenty in inventory. Everything is handmade by either myself, one of my guys, or one of my girls. We're open 5 days a week, usually at a gun show or expo or at a gun store on the weekends, actually making holsters for customers on site. So if you can catch us at one of those, come check us out. If not, stop by the shop, give us a call, check out our website, and definitely check out our Facebook page. That's where all the cool custom holsters are going to be. You'll see leg holsters, drop holsters, duty holsters, chest rigs. We're actually working on a shoulder holster right now. So once we get that up and running, that'll get posted. Knife sheaths, mag carriers. If you can dream it, we will make it happen. Go like our Facebook page and throw some comments in.